Welcome in once again to the Yugioh Fresh Off the Press community, where we analyze the current pulse, trends, and forecast of the Yu-Gi-Oh markets. We're here to feed the endless eternal Yu-Gi-Oh cardboard market watch addiction, guys. You guys already know. Welcome in the last video that I'm going to be recording here in Cancun, Mexico, most likely. So we'll see how it goes. But man, it's been a blast down here. I can't wait to create the vlog and see how that pans out, to show you how much fun I've been having down here, especially at YCS Cancun. So stay tuned for that. But don't forget to subscribe, to stay, and keep up. Stay tuned with our fresh off the press content, as it really does help out the channel. Half of the people that watch are not subscribed. How? I mean, everything I watch on YouTube, I'm always subscribed to. I don't know how that ends up working, but it is what it is. Those that are subscribed, thank you so much for the support. I really do appreciate it. So let's dig in. These are cards that I'm looking to buy right now. Not necessarily penny stocks, not necessarily expensive cards, just all over the place. Just cards that I'm looking to get, to grab, to buy right now. So let's dig in. We have Soul Drain from the Lost Art promotion. It's a 6 Billy card, super cheap. Quickly goes back up to double digits, 3 pages only, 24 listings. Look, people coming in, getting playsets. The card is too cheap, starting to spike up off the 4 Billy lows, most definitely. Again, Lost Art promotion card, max rarity, ultra rare, hard card to get. It does have a super rare as well, from like an OTS or an Astro Pack, things of that nature, around 3-4 shekels as well. So, and then the rare is like $2 to $3. So all existing versions of Soul Drain have maintained value. They were at higher prices before, they came back down, they've retraced back down to the mean. So if you ever needed or wanted this card, now is the time to pick this card up. I'm ordering my playset, probably right after this video, because I want to take advantage of a card like this. It's just too good, literally. Activate by paying 1,000 life points. Monsters that are banished, as well as monsters in the graveyard, cannot activate their effects. It locks down the graveyard. And when horrors cards come out, those monsters, and the effects and things of that nature, you want to lock all that away, so having that vision, thinking ahead, patience wins this game. We buy the card now and we just hold. We stay even keel, patient, and then usually this is gonna pan out. This is going up to double digits. Easy work, easy mode. So I'm definitely getting some exposure to this card. Then we have Red Supernova Dragon. We talked about this card like more than a month ago, saying, guys, at a couple of shekels, this card might be used with the Red Resonator support and things of that nature. And look, card used to be just under 4 Billy, spiked up already to 6s, retraced back down with a deal here, but it's really a 5 Billy card. Quickly goes up to 7s and beyond, 4 pages only, 31 listings. The demand is coming in. We called this one, guys. It's too easy, literally. Yes, the card hasn't exploded in price yet. It hasn't even doubled up. It's not even a double digit card yet. That's true. But we do see the first spike, and we said it. The demand would come in again from Ghost from the Past, one of the remaining, cards with value from that set. People say it's Ghost from the trash. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure, if you're playing the deck and the deck, the version of the deck you're playing uses this card, make sure you get the exposure now. Don't be paying double digits. Don't let this card be over 5 Billies and eventually 10s, and and you're paying a premium for a card that you can get at these current prices. Then we have Axel Synchro Stardust Dragon. This is another one, guys, that used to be, let's see, let's go to the yearly chart. Used to be an excess of 60 Billy owns, guys, for this card. It's crazy. And now it's down 50%. You can get it for 30 bills right now. You can't go wrong with that. I mean, if you need the card, if you plan on playing it, same deal. If your Resonator deck needs it, Synchro decks, after the Synchro support came out and doing things of that nature, now is the time, in my humble opinion, after making a new local low, that you would be looking, to at least be interested in getting this card. Can it continue down maybe to 25? Sure, maybe to 20s. Anything is possible, but probably, I mean, not likely, based on the facts, on the charts, and the demand. As you can see here, people are coming in, they're getting this card as they need it, and I can see this bump up to 35 sooner rather than later. So make sure that you keep this broken card in mind. Only has this print. Does it have like a CR? So I don't even remember, but it's just hard to get. Make sure you get your copies if you need it sooner rather than later. Another card that I'm looking at is Skullmeister. I have my R09 ready, and if I would be in your position, I would be looking to buy this card, not just against Unchained in the short term. A lot of people are like, oh, this card is cheap. We talked about this card a long time ago. We said, guys, graveyard effects, they always become relevant. They cycle in and out of the meta. And it's a matter of time before this card is worth a couple of shekels. And it first panned out now with Unchained and decks, and similar decks right now in the meta. So, this card, you have a couple of deals here, but it's a Billy 40, Billy 50, and then eventually it's a 2 Billy super rare. Moving on up, 3 pages only, 30 listings only. Look at that. The demand is coming in. It's not as easy to get this card, and it's super rare. I love the artwork. It's a holographic print. So look. It used to be 73 cents when we were talking about it, around a Billy, and now the card is up, essentially 2x off the lows, 100% off the lows. Remember, the super rare at one point was worth 4 Billies. I think we're heading on up back to the previous all-time high. Who knows? Maybe we surpass it and reach 5 Billies. It's probable, based on what? Not just the current meta, but the future meta. Again, with Horus coming into the scene, those, broken graveyard effects and monsters, you want to have cards like this one, cards like, what is it? Oh, man. The one that we talked in yesterday's Market Watch, this card, Jesus Christ, I always forget the name. Let me see, is this card right here, Unending Nightmare, guys. Unending Nightmare, this card and the next card we're going to talk about all are good against Horus, against graveyards. So that's what I'm buying. I picked one of these up. Where? How do you guys know? Well, here, if you come over here, you guys can see. Let me just show you guys this real quick. You guys can see right here, I made a members video how I made more than $1,000 at Yu-Gi-Oh! YCS Cancun. It was a crazy experience. Right now it's just for members. If you want to check that out, it's easy. You could join. In that video, I talked and explained in depth, just showed through the collection that I brought down to YCS Cancun. I explained, what I was doing to get that amount of money and things of that nature. So make sure, if you're a member, don't miss out. And if you're not, you might consider a lot of value provided exclusively to my members. And that was a very, very interesting video where I discussed not just the money that I made, but also the cards that I pick up, because that's the thing. It's not just, I made this money, that money selling cards. No, we also invest, by buying cards from other people that we believe it's a great deal. And this is one that I picked up. Thankfully, I get to see this card in person and it's beautiful. It's worth it. I have my 1 copy now. Now I just need to buy 2. And yeah, the card quickly goes up. Thankfully, there's a 30 Wall of China here. So it gives me the opportunity to get, the 2 that I'm missing of this beautiful secret rare card. It's DD Crow, guys. It goes for the graveyard. And I think it's going to become meta relevant, in a month or two, whenever we get the new cards and new support, when AGOV comes out. This is a card that I would be looking to get right now. Not this specific version if you guys don't want. This is the mid-max that I love, and I just love how it looks. I'm going to just get 3, for me to play. Not as an investment. I'm already investing into the Billies and under DD Crows from Battles of Legend Crystal Revenge that no one's looking at right now and no one cares about. Then Crimson Dragon. Picked up 4 of these and ordered a couple more to get to my home. So I think I'll have like 2 play sets of these. Why? Because that 10 Billies is too cheap. Guys, this is a card that is heavily used with the new the Resonator deck with Calamity that didn't get banned, and also once Centurions come out, things of that nature. Guys, this card came out in Duelist Nexus. This is a secret rare. It's not as easy to get as you would think. Still under 100 listings, still at single digits, but then this is a card that I could see the value just spiking up as the need comes back. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I'm getting 6 of these and living to fight another day, getting that exposure. You know, I managed to pick 4 of these here at the YCS, as I explained in the video, the members video. So yeah, it was crazy. And this is a card that I'm buying. I'm just putting cards out there that I'm getting myself. You know what I mean? And I'm explaining the reasons why. Then Red Eyes Baby Dragon. We've been talking about this card for a while now, since it came out at around 2 billies. This is the price. This is the floor. Yes, it could keep going down. Maybe a couple of deals around $1.75, maybe a little bit under. But for 2 billies, this is where we go in. This will be a 5 billy card. Easy work, easy mode, too easy. Got literally down the road. So I mean, that's just how I think it's gonna pan out, and we're making the moves, we're making the plays. You know what I mean? When you see a chart spike up like these and consolidate, I mean, it means that the supply is too low and the demand is greater than the supply, and we want to be exposed. I want an R09. I think I already have like a place to pick 2 of these up, by the way, here in YCS Cancun. It's a common, but it's one of those commons that I think is going to retain value down the line. Then one of the cards from the Megatins, again, that I picked up, managed to pick managed to pick up my playset at YCS Cancun, so I'm happy. I'm a happy camper. At 3 and some change, you can't go wrong with this card. Of course, just wanted to highlight that's the prismatic, but you have multiple versions here. The OG is still around 6s, and the one from Battles of Legends still around 4 to 5s. I would just go with the prismatic secret max. Mid-max rarity, and live to fight another day. Then another card that I actually got for myself as well, got my playset, so I'm extremely happy already, is Cash Tier Fenrir. At 15s, after becoming 20 billies the other day, now is when I would be looking to get some exposure. You see the massive walls of China. This is it. I see this card pushing above 20 billies, in the next couple of days, the next couple of weeks. Right now, everyone's talking about Enchained. Everyone's talking about Flunderies. Yeah, all great decks, but don't forget about one of the most represented decks in all of these events. Just because it's not getting the top spot as it used to a couple of events ago doesn't mean that it is not relevant today, especially after the ban list where, yes, Rise Heart got banned, but still triple Fenrirs. Don't forget, the engine is still much alive, so don't forget about this card. This is one I picked up my playset. I'm not investing into Fenrir per se, but at least I want to play this card with my Scrub Terrors and see if I can get to live to fight another day with that deck. Then Skill Drain, pick one of these up at YCS Cancun as well. I'm still missing one more for my Scrub Terror deck, and I'm glad that this card didn't get touched on the ban list. So I'm gonna pick up my other copy around 20, 22s, 23s, super cheap. This card, and who knows, hopefully it doesn't get hit next ban list, but it's just too cheap. All versions of Skill Drain are, cheap. Of course, the lower end here, you got the Mamma reprint. Where is it? You got even a Lost Start. Wow, where's the Mamma Ultra? Right here, boom. Couple of shekels. You have the DT one as well, and you even have rares and commons just readily available. Don't miss out on your skill drains, guys. Link in the description down below. Don't forget to check us out here. Centralized resources, short form content. The Discord is growing, over 150 people already. Don't miss out. Just one click gets you in. It's free. You know what I mean? And then Semi-Limited Podcast and Haver, check those out. They invited me over. They're great people. And then fresh off the podcast, our own podcast, episode 3 coming around the corner. And then after that, I'll do a special YCS Cancun podcast. So make sure to stay tuned for that. Just everything that happened down here, it was crazy. So if you want to dig in, make sure you follow us over there at Spotify, and just stay tuned for that. Don't forget, ring that notification bell. It really does help out so you can stay informed, for podcast episode releases, live stream announcements, and giveaways as well. 3 Megaton giveaways, guys, just around the corner at 2.5k. We're almost at 2.3k. That's just around the corner. And then for our members, we'll do an extra Megaton exclusively just for the members. So 3 for the community, 1 for the members. So stay tuned for that giveaway just around the corner. All you have to do is ring that bell and make sure you're subscribed. That's it. And stay tuned for the information on that giveaway. Don't miss out. Free giveaway participation. It can't get any better than that. Don't forget that none of this content is official financial advice. It's for entertainment purposes only. Continue to show me the cards from Cancun, Mexico. Jay, let's go, guys. We have the tins. We're talking about the tins. It feels like every market watch or every other market watch, but we're not going to dig into the tins. We did that last episode. We're going to dig into the promos. Just wanted to highlight that some of these promos are just going parabolic, just like the channel, guys. Literally, these cards look fresh off the press, just like the channel, and most of these are bumping up in price. I hadn't realized it. So what does this tell me? That if you want these guys, of course, it's going to be the lower end, the freemium QCSRs. It is what it is. The supply is too big, but if there's ones that you want from here, don't wait too long. I still haven't ordered my Armor Masters. I'm slacking. I need to get that soon. I need to get a lot of these, but I picked up 2 of these here, picked one of these at YCS Cancun, so I still need to, I think I got 1 Rainbow Dragon, and yeah, so the whole gist of this is if you want any of these QCSRs, don't wait. Look at this clear V shape. It's crazy. Look, went down to 7s, some people got deals at 5s, and look at it now, back up to 14s. Insanity. Essentially a 14 to 15 Billy card. You have the walls of China, but the demand is too great. 29 listings for such an iconic, Yu-Gi-Oh! Synchro Monster is crazy. The QCSR's 15s. Yo, I told you, I showed you. I got a playset at YCS Cancun in the video. Again, don't forget, right here. I told you guys, I got my playset. I told you guys how, and at what price. And I'm just happy that I got my playset. And, it's hard to get. You know, I might want a fourth for me to play and then just leave the playset as an investment. But at these prices, I might wait for a retracement back down to single digits before we pull the trigger. Then we have Dark Magician, you know, iconic DM. Look at that V-shaped recovery. Used to be a 7 Billy card, now pushing almost 10s, almost double digits. So again, if you want these cards, don't wait too long or they'll get too expensive. Look at this V-shape. Used to be 4 under 5 Billies. Boom, back up to almost double digits in price. As you can see here, don't sleep on these. 3 pages only. It's not as easy to get these QCSRs. Why? Because to get this specific one, I mean, there's a bunch of them, so it's hard to get specifically the one that you want, and it's less probable. So due to scarcity, you can see the price appreciation already up 100%. I didn't know until I checked and did research for you guys. Wow, I was amazed that this card is already up to X. Then we have Red Eyes Black Dragon, another one that used to be, you know, $5-6, still around there. This is one that I'm gonna come in, put 20 bucks in and get my playset sooner rather than later, because I could see this one being double digits very soon. Then Black Rose Dragon is another one that has, you know, 5 Billies, continues the V shape towards $7. I'm gonna get at least one that I want to play in my Edison deck, and then after that I'll see if I can invest into that, you know, this card as well, because I could see this at double digits as well. You know, just the demand is too much compared to the supply. Most of these have, you know, 30 listings, under 30 listings, things of that nature, because they're just hard to get. Now one that has more, 62, double the amount, you know, printed per se. That's why you can see this one continues to try and attempt to find an all-time low, and I love these prices because I want to get this card. You know, I definitely want at least a playset, you know, at the bare minimum, and that's it. So I don't need too many of these, but this card looks beautiful, and I definitely can't wait to get this card. Now this one I really like. Obviously Exodia, the Forbidden One, you know, it's such an iconic card. A small V-shaped recovery, and now hovering above the $3.20 or 30 cents, you know, with the walls of China. $10 gets you a playset. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. You can see the demand here. So make sure that you don't forget to get at least some exposure to a card like this. Guys, don't forget, Elemental Hero Neos is the last one that we're going to touch base on. Is an iconic hero monster with a QCSR as cheap as just two and some change Billies. Is too cheap, guys. You know, 51 listings. I already got one of these that I pulled when I opened the 10 on the channel, and I'm looking to get at least 2 more for $5. It's just too cheap, guys. It's honestly too cheap. Guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's content, you know, that we brought you today. As always, leave a comment down below. What do you think about today's video? Hopefully you guys enjoyed the content. If you still made it this far out into the video, you guys continue to be the straight MVP. So your boy Jay says, take care, you know, from Cancun, Mexico. See you back home. We continue with the daily grind, and thank you so much for your time, for your support, and for your attention. Stay fresh.